Steve, right here along the side of this tugboat is where the body was first spotted, and over here at the edge of the dock is where they hauled the body onto a Salisbury Fire Department boat and took it away in a body bag. It's hard to see the inlet at night, but this is where the accident happened. The two men tried to jump to a buoy in that direction to save their lives, but within a matter of minutes, they were nearly swept into the ocean. A big part of the MAP project will be run right under the Choptank River, as you can see here from Chopper 16. Paul, people showed up in huge numbers just to see the fireworks display here in Salisbury, and I got the chance to talk with some about why they were so excited the red, white, and boom was back in town. Remove the safety, firmly apply the needle, and hold for 10 seconds. All parts of the necessary steps of using an EpiPen. Well, Alice, neighbors I spoke with earlier say that things definitely got out of control, and the fact that it had to come to someone getting bleach thrown in their face is unthinkable. Right now I'm on the walkway to the beach on 75th Street, and well, we learned that this possible tornado lasted about 30 to 40 seconds, but a lot of damage happened. Petty Officer Janssen says the two men may not have made it if they weren't wearing their life vests. The two were treated for mild shock trauma, but they should be all right. Reporting live tonight in Ocean City, Tony Hurst, WBOC News at 10 on Fox 21. Gates opened at 4 o'clock and people are here already waiting for things to get started. Reporting live tonight in Del Mar, Tony Hurst, First and 5 on Fox 21.
Tony Hurst is live in Accomack now outside the Sheriff's Department. And Tony, you spoke with family members of some of the victims today. Well, Steve, I spoke with a man who misses his sister and his niece and nephew, and a mother who's mourning her daughter and grandchildren after what police are calling the biggest homicide case in this area in more than a decade. These tears of sorrow on Soveda Gonzalez's face are for her daughter and grandchildren, who she believes are the victims of what police are calling a suicide homicide.
She don't even know, where her daughter is. So that's the only thing she wants to know. Where is she?
The Accomack County Sheriff's Department arrived at this home in Gargotha after a call about a suicide and found 5 bodies when they got here. Chopper 16 flew over the scene while deputies removed evidence. Police say the person responsible is one of the 5 found dead.
She wasn't expecting this, and she will never wish this will ever happen to no one, and she's really devastated and sad and everything. She just, she's really bad. Right here behind me is a circle of family and friends waiting to find out if what they heard about their loved ones is true. Omar Colón Matthias says, regrettably, he's sure 3 of the victims are his sister and niece and nephew. He recalls the last time he saw the 2 children.
When he go to my house, we had some fun, and the last time he played football with me and all that stuff. And the little girl, she was a beautiful girl. And I never have a beautiful girl like that. This maintain I have a part of my heart.
And no word from police on whether a weapon was used in these 5 deaths, but I spoke with a neighbor and they told me that around the time of that call, they heard gunshots. Reporting live in Accomack County, Tony Hurst, WBOC News.
All I saw was a huge hole right here, and the curtain was just blowing, and I could
Lindsay
tell
Lloyd is a Salisbury University student who came home after Christmas Eve to find her house had been broken into.
I walked in the front door and saw glass and money just everywhere on my kitchen floor, and I just immediately turned around, walked back outside, and called the cops.
Mostly taken from the home were flat-screen televisions. Lindsay is safe, but she says it's a scary experience.
I was shaking so much and crying, and it's just creepy to know that someone was in your house stealing your stuff.
And her mother, Linda, agrees.
It's very scary. Very scary that you're not safe anywhere, almost. You're not safe in your own home. You're not safe anywhere.
The broken glass and the boarded up doors seem to be an epidemic in this area. Salisbury police say that between December the 20th and the 27th, this happened around 19 times. Lieutenant Rob Kemp says this is what they expect in a college neighborhood, where during Christmas break, no one is around, and electronics criminals want are just there for the taking.
We usually expect a fair number of burglaries this time of the year, because this is the area that is particularly inhabited by college students.
And Lindsay says the number is shocking, but she still can't believe it happened to her.
It's hard to believe. I was just here Christmas Eve day, right when I got off work, and everything was perfectly fine. And then just 2 days later, it was broken into.
And Lindsay's mom says the glass company that they're using to repair her daughter's window say they have a lot of other houses to help out on this block as well. Reporting live in Salisbury, Tony Hurst, WBOC News. This may not sound like the jingle bells you normally hear this time of year, but to Robert Ortiz, it couldn't sound any better. In June, he was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. He knew he'd eventually need a wheelchair ramp.
My legs are getting weaker, tend to fall. And I had my neighbor works with a company that's building the ramp.
Robert, his wife Amy, and his children had nowhere to turn. The ramp was too expensive. So Tyler Building Company decided it would donate the ramp for Robert.
It's touching, it really is. I mean, here's a 19-year-old boy, young man that it's always been helpful to me.
This ramp started coming together because of the thoughtfulness of a friend. And now Mr. Ortiz will have a gift that he can't fit under his Christmas tree. Will Skeeter is that friend. He's been Robert's neighbor more than 10 years.
I almost view him as if he was a dad. Like, if I ever needed anything, I'd just come over here, spend countless hours with him. So he's a pretty important guy to me.
And Will Tyler says his company normally doesn't have projects they do for free, but there's plenty of compensation for this ramp.
Just to see the look on his face is you know, rewarding. I mean, he can, you know, he gets a little choked up kind of just when he says thank you and all.
But Robert says he can't be thankful enough.
Now that I see that they're doing all this work out there, it's very touching.
Tony Hurst, WBOC News.